it's too late for us now. Why do we stay when I blame you for the things that weigh me down? 'Cause in the echo of your silence, I only hear what's best for me. Yeah, in the echo of your silence, I'm thinking more of her. She who wants to study your body, who gets the better version of you. I need the bitter, bitter truth. I need the better version of you. I need the better version of you. I need the better you. You talk about faith. Is it just something you say? Why don't we say that it's too late for us now? Why do we stay when I blame you for the things that weigh me down? 'Cause in the echo of your silence, I only hear what's best for me. Yeah, in the echo of your silence, I'm thinking more of her. She who wants to study your body, who gets the better version of you. I need the bitter, bitter truth. I need the better version of you. I need the better version of you. You talk about faith. Is it just something you say? Or is it the same with that girl you texting when I look away? 'Cause in the echo of your silence, I only hear what's best for me. Yeah, in the echo of your silence, I'm thinking more of her. She who wants to study your body, who gets the better version of you. I need the bitter, bitter.
Across the stars, a fire ignites, a broken soul in the endless night. Kenny Williams, hear the call. Your past is fading, the clock will fall. The winds of Gallifrey twist and turn. Through the vortex, the lessons burn. The child you were, the man you'll be. The answer lies in eternity. The sands are slipping, the echoes cry. A life unguarded will say goodbye. The future bends where the brave belong. Rise to the moment and sing your song. Through the tides of time, I'll find my way. Through the fields of Gallifrey, the child I was, the truth I see. I'll fight for the heart of me. Through the storms, through the strife, I'll rescue the spark of life. In the face of the endless fight, Doctor's wisdom whispers near. Beware the shadow confronts your fear. Time's cruel laughter cuts like a blade, but heroes rise where legends are made. The halls of childhood call my name, a younger me lost in the game. I'll reach through ages, break the chain, rewrite the story, heal the pain. The clock is turning, the end draws near, but light can conquer the deepest fear. With every heartbeat, the path is clear. I'll rise to save what I hold dear. Through the tides of time, I'll find my way to the fields of Gallifrey. The child I was, the truth I see. I'll fight for the heart of me. Through the storms, through the strife, I'll rescue the spark of life. In the face of the endless fight, I'll stand, I'll shine, I'll rewrite the night. Whispered stars, eternal streams, childhood's voice in fractured dreams. Don't forget me, the echoes plead. I'm the hope that you still need. Through the tides of time, I found my way. In the heart, now one with me. Together we'll set time free. Through the storms, through the strife, I'll save the spark of life. When the dawn comes, endless light, we'll stand, we'll shine, we've won the fight. The stars align, the shadows fade, a new beginning has been made. Kenny Williams, the clock is still, the power lies within your way.
Disarona go wild in the night. Tales of heroes may spark in the light. Voices rising up from shadowed streams, living dreams inside virtual scenes. Tabletop worlds where legends unfold. Knights and mages brave and bold. Every role a chance to play, to fight. Our community shines so bright. Gifted studios where dreams come alive. Powering souls to thrive and strive. Storytellers unite with might. No fear in this realm, our destiny's clear. From the dungeon's depths to open sky, huddle around the table, we reach high. Painted miniatures, maps unfurl, we're shaping our own world.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Time Treaders, Protectors of Time, Season 1 Finale, Episode 12. Rex, have you seen Williams?
Last time I saw him, he was still in his wonderful power loader armor.
Okay, because, it's saying on the TARDIS display that it's this weird... I don't read Gallifreyan, but I think that says Doomsday.
You can't read Gallifreyan. Let me look. D-O-O-M-S-D-A-Y. It certainly does say Doomsday. How did you... You're not a Time Lord or a Gallifreyan.
I'm not, but, I may have just translated it on this iPad.
I doubt that highly.
Well,
Something tells me you heard me muttering it to myself.
probably, yes. What are we... Are we headed to Gallifrey?
Just a bit.
Oh dear.
Oh,
I
no,
don't know
you
why
get to
you're
say it.
concerned. I don't know why you're concerned.
Alright. Hello everyone, and welcome to Time Treaders, Protectors of Time. I am PA Kenny USA, RT Studios, Patrick Kenny, and my camera is doing stupids. Why is it doing stupids? Give me a second while I tell my camera to not do the stupids. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Deactivate that. Oh, my camera is not working right now. That is glorious.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, so you're gonna not have a Sharkman on screen right now. But I am there, yes. You can hear me. While we get that fixed. TARDIS is being tardy. I am Pia Kenny, RTA Studios, Patrick Kenny. I play Kenny Williams, your beloved Sharkman, who is now, his timeline is slowly being erased, and I don't like this one bit. I'm gonna pass it over to our resident little Time Lord. Or should I pass it to the actual Time Lord? You know what? Actual Time Lord.
I
go.
mean, yeah, sure. Hi, I'm Katie Wynn. I will be playing the Contessa. And yeah,
It's my
Uh-oh.
go ahead,
Sorry.
lizard lady.
Hello, I'm your wonderful Time Master. Oh, I saw a flicker.
There was a flicker of something. I don't remember what it was. No, I'm gonna actually tell the camera to set.
It's
I'm your wonderful Time Master. I am going to be playing Rags, the newly minted Time Lord, who absolutely does not know what she's doing. I'm also going to play all the baddies. Because there are some baddies. Including one that, that Tessa wants to,
not deal with?
Sparta kick off the face of the earth.
Yeah,
No, through the vortex
that
off
one.
the face of the earth and into a null void.
Exactly.
I mean, pretty much. It was actually
My camera
drop
is-
kick them into the time vortex like Mother Blood.
Yeah,
that's true.
Unfortunately, my camera is not working. It is crashed. So we're not gonna have a Kenny Williams right now.
I'm
okay.
sorry.
Yeah, sorry about that. All right, I can just do a static shot of me if you want. That will work. I'll do a static shot of me just staring at the screen awkwardly.
Yeah, that's
I mean, you
weird.
can. That's just.
It works as long as there's something there. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes, this is the final episode of this season of Doctor Who. We are going to Simpsons in chat while checking my watch and checking it's still ticking. Okay,
Oy.
you're fine. You're fine, Lemon. You're fine for 39 months. Wow! Thank you.
Thank you. Yes.
Oh wow!
No wonder the timeline keeps rolling forward. You're the one who keeps it alive.
Almost literally. It's all because of you.
Are you sure about that?
No, but I'm trying to goad their ego.
Yeah.
Good point. Good point.
Good point.
Something that's going to be happening on Tuesday, at least in my area. I don't know if it's happening everywhere else, but I live in an area where we don't get snow all that often. If anytime, we're going to get snow.
Oh,
good
dear.
for you.
Oh yeah, it doesn't tend to stay around long enough in my area because of where we are, but hopefully I'll see snowflakes and
Yeah.
Allow
Huh?
me and Kenny not to react.
Been there, done that.
Yes, I know. I know. Been there, done that, bought the t-shirt. You guys get a lot more snow than we do. As I said, we get snow rarely, if any. So.
All right, so I sent you the episode recap for today. Just feel free to elaborate on it however you like.
Okay.
Previously, on Time Treaders.
Well, previously on Time Treaders. Kenny and Rags had a very small adventure. They were heading off to where Kenny met a young lady.
What was her
Hurt.
name again?
You would have to ask.
No, I don't remember. That's the thing.
I said, yeah, you had to ask. I don't have it pulled up.
You're fine. Don't worry. Keep going.
I have your wonderful.
I remember the name. I remember the name. It's Hecla, but we all.
Okay. Anyway, and on the way, this is new information for Tessa. On the way, Williams and Rags disappeared. They reappeared a few minutes later, where they very panicked Tessa on the other end of their communications. And yes, I will say where they were and what happened when we get to that point. They got to where the tracks came up, and they found a Centauran who was threatening Williams's younger teenage self. There was a small kerfuffle, and the Centauran and teenage Williams disappeared. So we know exactly when that happened. When Rags did a scan of where they had went, because that was something scannable, Rags found out that the two had transported to Gallifrey. Now I will read out this lovely thing. Gallifrey is calling. Time is unraveling. The Time Treaders will face their greatest test yet, as Kenny Williams embarks on a heroic journey, and the other ones, come on, don't make it all about him, to save his childhood self from the clutches of the evil, clutches of Time's darkest forces. What's at stake? The fabric of reality itself? Possibly. The innocence of his past? Yeah, probably. The hope of his future? The ultimate showdown. Explore the depths of Gallifrey, the world where time bends. Okay. Legends are forged, and high-stakes action and pulse-pounding drama as the Treaders fight to rewrite fate. Emotional revelations. Why was I trying to read that differently? That will challenge their bonds and reshape their destinies. Breathtaking twists that will leave you gasping until the very last moment. This is more than a game. This is the moment where heroes are made. Are we heroes?
In time.
That was terrible. The clock is ticking and the adventure is calling. Will you answer?
Find out now on Time Treaders, Protectors of Time, Season 1 finale. We'll be right back after the opening intro. Please stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone, to Time Traders, Protectors of Time.
So we're gonna have to roll back the timeline just a little bit, while Williams and Rags start to head off. Tessa, you've been left in the TARDIS because nothing broke, but you decided this was an excellent time to tweak the TARDIS kind of more or less to your specifications. Something that you and I were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So, what exactly are you planning on doing to the TARDIS? And to be fair, Rags is giving not constant updates. You know, she's not constantly talking, but she's like, you know, you could almost hear her roll her eyes at some of the things that Kenny is saying, because you could hear him like off a little bit. So you could almost hear her roll her eyes. It's like, oh, no, not that. Just kind of bits and pieces. It's not enough to break your concentration, but you kind of sympathize with Rags at this point, having to spend time with, or having to go with Williams to fix this particular problem.
Yeah, I think it's less upgrading and more coming to an understanding with it.
Okay. Funny you should say that, because I actually have some stats for the lovely TARDIS. Because it is sentient.
Yeah, that's why she's trying to convince it.
So what are you trying to convince the TARDIS to do?
Allow her to change its appearance beyond a blue police box.
Okay.
Because she's not a big fan of them. And, well, the Doctor's gone, and this is essentially her TARDIS now.
Yeah, until you get back to yours, yes.
Yes. So, she's basically going to try to make it understand that she is now its Time Lord, so to speak. And she requests that it act a certain way.
Okay, I'm going to have to make you roll a... Let me actually click on one of my various character sheets that are up here. A persuasion.
18.
18. So you give this... I'm assuming you're giving the TARDIS kind of what kind of speech are you giving the TARDIS to make the TARDIS see your point of view?
Basically, they're gone, and while I understand you want to retain this shape due to nostalgic reasons for them, it gets the current occupants in more trouble than they really, really need. And if we find them, you can go right back to being a blue police box. But until then, I'm going to need you to work as intended.
Okay, with an 18, you get the distinct feeling. Of course, the TARDIS doesn't communicate, with words. It's more of feelings and actions. You get the distinct feeling from the TARDIS that begrudgingly she will accept you as the new Time Lord in charge, as it were.
Yep.
Um,
Excellent. Then when they get back, it's probably gonna look like whatever it is around them. They have the location, but it's
Yeah.
actually gonna look like a piece of the scenery like it should.
right. Although, yeah, I'll describe that in a minute. So after you do this, is there anything else you want to do with the
Fix
with
the
the?
sticking parking brake.
Okay, that's an engineering check, and a rather low one at that too.
12.
Yeah, you found out that the reason why it stuck or the reason why it sticks is for some reason someone put bubble gum down or gum down there.
Well, then that's what she spends her time doing, cleaning the gum out of the TARDIS's internals. And then she's going to curse that the doctor ever put gum under his console, or their console.
Hey, I mean, he was trying to fix something and it fixed more or broke more than it fixed. I mean, oh, while you're cleaning out the gum, Rags, who's been kind of sending back things, all of a sudden goes silent. You can't hear her anymore.
Rags.
Nothing.
She's gonna start flicking switches and start checking the area and the century.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Because I know what happened in that, and you will get a full thing when Rags actually does come back.
Yeah, keep in mind she's not looking for a kobold, she's looking for a Time Lord.
Oh yeah, I know. You are practically checking all the things that you could check, like in this century and all that stuff. You're checking for a time Lord that looks like a kobold.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. And about 5 minutes later, you get a, oh my goodness gracious me!
Where the hell have you been?
On Earth? In the present time?
The hell you have?
The heck I have! Williams was trying to remember the name of the young lady that he met, because it kind of pinpoints the time that we think that he might have been taken. And he couldn't remember the name, and all of a sudden we appeared in a very familiar looking alley.
You may have to explain. That might have been one of the memories that went.
Okay, we found the TARDIS, the Doctor's TARDIS, in an alleyway with the door open. We all walked in. You called out his name, and then the door suddenly closed, and we were set upon our journey.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Williams and I found ourselves in that very same alley after you, me, and him went into the TARDIS. I think I know why the door closed so suddenly.
Why?
We did it. Or being Williams did it. Or rather, Williams did it.
I hate causality circles. They're so annoyingly bland.
No, and then right after that, the artist, blurped away, and we were picked up by a unit. And we were still trying to figure out, what the hey-hoo was going on. And you're going to run away from me, spider. Go away. There's a spider running around on my table.
That table would no longer exist if it was me.
Yeah, I know. It's a very small spider.
I don't care.
Anyway,
Don't you know small spiders are more dangerous than big ones?
Yeah, I know. Anyway, so we went there, and again, he was trying to figure out the name of the name of the young lady, and in the middle of that, we were somehow brought back here.
Ah.
So I don't know what the hell who is going on. We're coming up to the area. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. We hear lots more oh dears. There is another a few seconds later. there's a few more a few more moments of silence, and then you hear from Rags. Zatara has got teenage Kenny in the what did you call it, Kenny?
Rock.
In the
ROC.
rock. Yeah, in the rock, in the
Mining machine.
Yeah, in the mining machine. Help! This is when she was concentrating really, really hard.
Okay. She'll. How far is she from where they are?
Let's see. We said it was,
I think 10 kilometers.
not that far. Might have been 5 kilometers.
Something.
Something like that. It was in the kilometer range. You can, take the TARDIS and move it closer.
Nope. She's gonna go down to the garage and grab a motorcycle and drive out there.
That's right.
Oh yeah, you're right. Also,
someone kept a motorcycle.
I did.
Yeah.
A hover quad.
Yeah, someone
From
kept
this
a
era.
hover quad. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to take the hover quad that's down in the garage, you may.
Yep.
You wander down to the garage. You're looking at all the vehicles there. Most of them are not equipped for mountain terrain, because that's where we
the
are.
Oscar Mayer Wienermobile, really?
I mean, there's also the Ronald McDonald car that they used in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade that they've got there too. Know what that looks like?
Fair.
But you do see the quad bike that Williams brought in the last time you guys were on this planet, and as far as you know, it still works.
Even if it doesn't, with a wave of her hand, it will.
Oh, that's true. It boots up. It purrs like a kitten, and away you go. You're going to be there shortly after the fight ends. So, although you are getting updates from short updates from Rags, like
Yep.
oh my gosh, he's got a gun. Pointing it to his head. Ha! Ooh!
You have a gun too, Rags.
I know,
Also,
but I don't want to hit young Williams. Which is
a reminder to the GM. There's that one line where I said, "Activate the recall."
Yes.
You get a ping on your wherever you are right now in this timeline, Tess, and it says, "Don't forget to bring the gun." Kenny's, blaster.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
She actually, when she sees Gun, she says, "Use the flintlock with the Ouroboros on it."
I don't think that's what he
She's
meant,
going.
but that's fine. Yes.
No, she's telling her because she didn't grab the gun, and her Sonic is that fucking sorry, that freaking thing.
Yeah.
She can disable the gun.
True.
Yes. Although Rags, as both Williams, Williams and Rags knows, that's not what happened.
No, that's fair.
So you
That is just
ride out.
Mrs. Advice.
Well, yes, but you ride out there, and just as you're pulling up, Rags is looking at Kenny, kind of in shock because she has just now waved her flintlock pistol over the space where supposedly a person sat in this mining vehicle. And as you're coming into frame and hearing what's being said, you hear, "I think they went to Gallifrey."
I'm sorry, come again?
There is a new Centauran. Not the one that you put into your lovely bullet. There's another one. And this one was really determined to take the teenage him away.
And
So they,
no, he took him where?
according to my lovely, I'm going to call this a scanning device and not what it looks like.
It's a sonic flintlock.
That, according to this, they went to Gallifrey. I would like a second opinion, please.
Wasn't that planet destroyed? You hear William say.
Yes, no.
Yes. To everybody else, it was destroyed. To people that know, it was put into a moment in time, although we're not quite sure about that one.
No, it was. It was. She looks up at Williams and says, "Well, sorry for you," and she turns and walks.
Williams just walks behind. It's like, sorry for what? As he's walking casually behind, following the party back to the TARDIS.
Yeah, I'm not going back there.
We kind of have to.
And why precisely do we have to?
To rescue his younger self, you do want to keep him around, don't you?
You know, right now my self-preservation is starting to be quite a bit more.
All right. May I use my what would be the appropriate thing? I'm trying to think. Not parlay. Protective plea. Page 111. Can you deliver the stats for that in the book?
You said 111.
Yeah, page 111. He's gonna make a protective plea that says, if I'm no longer around, basically Rags won't even be able to be protected. Therefore, she's a liability and not an asset to your survival.
Unfortunately for you, even in her current state, she's about 1,000,000 times more useful.
Now he's going to switch into emotional argument. Page 107.
Logical argument.
God. Okay. What page is the emotional?
Emotional 107. Logical is 109.
Okay. As Rex also has emotional argument, so give me a second.
For the record, Tessa has emotional argument too.
I know.
Mhm. And if I have to, I have another item that I could use where I'm just gonna flavor it a little bit differently than it's in the book because I know what it means. But for narrative's sake, I want to. If Tessa doesn't agree with me, I'm gonna do something else. A plan.
Okay. Rags is going to be doing this. Let's see. She is what level? Oh, she's 4. Never mind. Billy. All right. Tess, roll your charisma saving throw.
Okay. Well,
Let's
8 plus
see.
4.
Yeah. You said 12?
Yep.
Yeah, you failed your saving throw.
Then they just get an angry, like, "Argh," and just stomp over to the quad and
Okay, I also rolled, you took 7, emotional damage. I can't do that.
emotional damage.
That. I can't do that right. It's no matter how.
Neither can I.
I love that series. When game developers make their games for X. What's
Yeah.
emotional damage?
I know. I can't do that. It's that. No matter how many times I've watched that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Mhm.
So yeah. Rags's comment is, even if you don't do it for him, do it for me. We have to go to Gallifrey. Please. And she gives you the biggest puppy dog eyes that she can muster.
She growls basically, and like I said, gets on the quad and looks pointedly at Rags and says, "It's your funeral."
True. Trying to figure out a good time for the dragon to appear.
Well, she has to blink out first.
Oh yeah, that's true. She will blink out. You get onto the quad. Rags kind of gets on the quad with you because it's a lot faster than walking. Williams, how are you going to get back to the target?
He's going to. Well, he's in his power loader, right?
Yes.
He's gonna have to walk the thing back. Unfortunately.
There are other ways that you. I mean, you're in the power loader.
Yeah.
You could find out if you put other things in it to make you go faster.
Oh, sure, yes. Certainly. What do I need to roll? If anything.
Well, you could start pressing buttons. That's always a fun thing.
Yeah. Well, he's gonna flip some switches and turn some knobs.
You roll your engineering, and I am going to roll a d6 to see exactly what you're going to do here. Yeah.
Give me a hot second. I have to get my dice.
Okay.
Because
That's ought to be funny.
I have my math rocks on hand. So d20. And then I have to roll that. 11 plus 2, so 13.
13. Okay. You're flicking buttons, and you manage to flick a button, and the onboard computer goes, rocket jets now engaged. You lift off the ground a little bit, and you go faster than the quad bike.
Yep. It's basically the same charge ability that I used before, but like in the boots. This thing.
Well, it's the same charge ability that you used before, but it's for a longer distance.
Yeah, it's not a full burst of fuel. It's like drawn out.
Yeah.
Got it.
It's the same. So basically, what Tessa sees is a blur of power loader go right past the quad bike.
And you hear the weird Doppler effect as you hear like jet engines go by, like a subsonic boom.
She just shakes her head and keeps going.
Yeah, about this time, Rags winks out.
She slams on the brakes and starts looking around, and then turns and rushes towards the TARDIS.
Well, what? You stop the bike. You turn around. You see on the bike a few petals of a flower.
That is very annoying.
Yep. Are you still going to be on the quad to go to the TARDIS?
Well, yeah, she's not going to leave it.
Okay. Williams, the familiar shape of the police box is not there. What is there, because you guys are in the mountains area, it's a rock.
He soars right past it.
Yeah, the thing is that, well, you're not going to soar right past it. It's an off color.
Oh, it's one of the blue rocks from Pyro.
As a matter of fact, it's a TARDIS blue rock.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Apparently, I had to make concessions.
No, he flies past it, stops, like hard brake, turns around, looks at the rock, and it's like, oh. And then lands and walks towards it.
It sticks out just enough. It blends in with the surrounding environment, so that it kind of looks like it's supposed to be there. But if you take a closer look at it,
why is that rock blue?
Flecks of the blue paint.
Because it likes being TARDIS blue, so it's like, okay, I will blend in, but I'm going to make it my kind of blending in is what the TARDIS is thinking, anyhow.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So, I guess this is when the dragon comes in, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you guys are at the TARDIS. So all of a sudden,
dimensional sonic boom.
Yeah, all of a sudden, interdimensional sonic boom comes in, and both you, Williams, and you, Tessa, see a big, honking, black dragon.
Is that supposed to... That's not supposed to be here. He looks over at Tess. That's definitely not supposed to be here. And why is it charging at us?
That's what I'm curious about. She actually pulls out her gun and levels it at it.
Yeah.
It lands.
Williams
or rather,
the same.
she lands. And you hear on the very edge, or where you would normally sit on a dragon. I don't know where you would sit on a dragon.
Neck.
For Rags, she would, because Ebony has a crown, a bone crown kind of thing.
Right.
So she would be tucked in back there on her head.
All right. You hear at that particular point a very excited kobold voice. I got to ride a dragon.
Is that what that is?
Yes, a dragon. Her name is Ebony. I met her because I went to a wedding. Ebony, you can put me down now. The dragon.
And for what it's worth, I can speak for myself.
Okay.
The big dragon says.
That's fine. I went to a wedding. It was for some heroes. Don't worry about it. I'll explain later. And then, well, some really nasty crystalline enemies showed up. I got to ride Ebony over here.
Mm-hmm.
Eee. I
It was the least I could do,
yeah.
for eating her family.
And we'll talk about that later too.
William's eyebrow raises for just a second.
And we defeated them, and well, Ebony has to go back. I think they have to talk about things. Tell your mom that I think she's cool, and I really hope that you guys get whatever it is that you guys are wanting. Thank you for bringing me back here.
No problem.
She
Give me a
hugs.
hug a toe.
Yeah, the hug a toe. And I'm assuming
Yeah.
Ebony
She
leaves.
Yeah. She, for what it's worth, everyone will hear her before she poofs away. She'll say, I really hate board meetings. And then she'll,
Oof away. Yep. And right skips. Okay. So what are we doing? Sorry, I poofed out. I heard wedding from Lady Mary, and I wanted to go, and I'm sorry I poofed out. I should have told you.
yes, that would be kind of you. But no, apparently we're going home, and well, I'm sorry for what's gonna happen to you there, she says, and she just walks in.
Followed by the power loader.
And the bike.
Yep.
Yes.
So all of you walk into the TARDIS. Who is piloting the TARDIS? All three of you have walked in.
Tessa.
Okay, Williams, you can get out of your. As soon as you come into the TARDIS, you
Yep.
can get out of your power loader because.
Yep.
You're protected essentially.
He just kind of parks it off in the corner.
And,
in the control
you
room.
gotta stick. Yeah, you gotta slide out of it and sort of like, okay. You look down at your hands.
Mhm.
You're not flickering
Okay, well that's good.
yet.
Yeah. He's starting like an internal like mental timer.
Mm-hmm.
Keep track of like 5 minutes or whatever.
Right. So, right. So Tessa, you're the one doing the
Yep.
Okay. Let me get to that particular page. All right.
Because
we're
she did just have a whole conversation with the TARDIS. Says you belong to me now for the time being.
Right.
Makes sense that she's the one that pilots it.
Right. So you're doing a time through time and space.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and roll your intelligence check. Because you're plotting a course.
17.
Well, that was more than what the DC was. Now I'm going to pull that up. Oh, I have no dice for that. Oh. Now it's now you navigate the vortex. Please roll me a dexterity check.
Nat 20.
Ah! Okay. Oh. Okay, we'll keep that one. And I'll tell you what happens. Oh, there it is. I'll tell you what happens when you land.
Okay.
Now you get to stick the landing. Roll me another dexterity check.
16.
You managed to make that one.
Barely. Oy.
Let's not do that one. Hmm. Ah, that one I'll do. You hear the TARDIS. You fix the parking brake,
Mm-hmm.
so no longer makes that noise, but you do feel the satisfying thunk of it landing. And just as it
Good. That
lands,
noise was irksome.
yes, and you also, as the resounding thunk finishes, warning bells start going off.
The cloister bells.
No.
Okay,
Just warning bells.
interesting.
Yeah, Tessa, as you're checking around, trying to figure out which one of these buttons actually turns off the noises that you're hearing, you notice that the TARDIS is going broken.
Of course it is.
Because that's what I wrote the first time. It will complete its journey, but it's now broken.
Well, that's fine. We can always steal another.
So, I'm assuming you're going to make a scan to make sure that you're actually on Gallifrey.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not going to make you roll for this. You do a scan, and yes, you are on Gallifrey. Specifically, you are somewhere in the Citadel. You don't know where you are in the Citadel, but you're somewhere in the Citadel.
Williams looks at the picture from the exterior camera. Pretty planet.
Actually, the picture of from the exterior camera looks like you guys are looking at a wall.
Pretty picture, he still
me-
says.
Yeah. Rags, stay in here for a moment. She says, and actually, yeah,
Yep.
stay in here for a moment.
She will. You're going to the door, dear?
You know, she's gonna open the door.
You open the
very
door
slowly.
and you're 6 inches away from the wall that you were looking at. Somehow the orientation of the TARDIS turned in such a way that you parked yourself in front of a wall. You can't get out.
Why do I feel like I've done this before in Minecraft TARDIS mod?
Yes,
Yeah.
well, this is going to be a thing. She is going to actually attach like a jack, like a remote control jack to the door of the TARDIS, like the outside door, and she's gonna tip it.
Okay. This is okay. This will be.
I mean, the orientation inside will stay the same, but
Oh yeah, it will.
getting out's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Let's see here. All right. No, I won't do that. You attach the jack. You make the TARDIS tip. So now the door is now looking up at the ceiling. It's a rather unremarkable ceiling.
Yeah. So they'll see her walk over to the door, put both hands on the side of
Uh-huh.
it,
Right.
and
Push.
for all intents and purposes, lift herself out of a door, that she's standing in, doorway she's standing in. And then when she gets out, she'll hop off the side and stand on the floor and look around and see if she can recognize anything, because she grew up here.
She did.
We'll see if these are any of the memories that are gone.
Oh, they just might. You're looking around and you don't recognize where you are. You know you're in a hallway, and it's a big enough hallway where two people can. Maybe it's a hallway with insets, just big enough for a TARDIS to be lying down on its side. If that makes sense.
Okay.
It's a hallway with and let me rephrase that. It's a hallway that looks like it has columns going down the hallway. That's what I meant.
You said columns?
Columns. Not Greek or Roman columns, just like if you're in a...
She puts two and two together. She knows exactly where she is. She's in the hangar.
The TARDIS again kind of looks like the environment. It looks like it was one of these pillars.
Did she actually land it right back in its parking spot? Its
No,
original?
you didn't.
That's sad.
Yes, it is sad. But it's a pillar, not a what it looked like, a capsule. That's what it used to look like.
Yeah.
It's a pillar.
But it's blue.
Yeah, that's blue. Not that it's going to stick out that much where it is, because where it managed to park itself is kind of like in a even though it's pillars down the hallway, the lights are not situated at the same point as the pillars, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
The
yeah.
Is there anyone around in the hangar currently?
Let me. At the moment, no.
Yeah, she'll go back and reach a hand in and say, "Come on, rags first."
Okay. She grabs the hand.
And she gets yanked out sideways.
Okay. All right.
Well, I need to be in my power loader while I'm in this environment, asking GM.
Well, I mean, it is at a time and place, so yes.
Okay, well, Williams is getting back into his power loader, and he's gonna climb out of the
He's going to
TARDIS.
climb out all by himself. Yep.
Yeah, he will. She was gonna make him do it anyway, because she's not strong enough to lift his sharky ass.
Yes.
In a power loader that weighs about 50 pounds more than he does.
So the three of you are now in the hangar. Or rather, you're in the hangar hallway. The hangar is a little bit beyond. You can see it, but you're in the hallway to the hangar. So the hangar is beyond you. About a good 20 feet in front of you. Behind you, there is the hallway behind you, and then there's a door.
Yep. She looks back at the two of them and says, "Well, good news, bad news.
Okay.
What you want first?"
Bad news?
You said good news?
I know I said bad news. And Rex kind of closes her eyes and kind of goes,
Oh.
"Eh."
Well, we're currently standing in my childhood home, which also just happens to be the seat of government of Gallifrey.
Oh,
Good news,
no.
we're on Gallifrey.
This is one of those things like a good idea, bad idea.
Well, just looks
Yep.
around. I didn't know you lived in the Parliament building.
It's not
He
a
would
Parliament building.
He would think that.
Yeah.
Well, not just a Parliament building, she says, and she actually walks past them towards the door in the back,
Okay.
because there's no point in going to the hangar.
Kenny
It's a
raises.
dead end.
Kenny's gonna raise his
Yes.
gun and point it at the door and be like, because he's protective. If
Yeah.
anything comes through that door and tries to attack either of them,
Put your weapon down. I don't think anyone's actually fool enough to attack me. Assuming they recognize who I am. Speaking of that, she actually pulls out of her pocket the symbol she would have worn normally to walk the halls, because they all
What-
wear one.
What is that? What is the symbol?
It would be well, it's concentric circles for
Right.
one. But basically it denotes who she is.
Okay.
I assume that with the way regeneration works and being able to change who you are, having that identifier is a bit useful.
Yeah. Okay. I'll let you have that.
And she'll tell Kenny, or to put his weapon down.
he puts it at his side, but he's still gonna hold it.
That's fine.
He's not gonna
Okay,
holster it yet.
So we're on Gallifrey. Should we be sneaking, or are we just going to walk right through here like we own the place?
You should absolutely be sneaking.
Right.
There's a death warrant out for you.
Wait, what?
I tried to warn you.
Okay, well, I'll sneak at Williams. Pretend to be her bodyguard, but don't be threatening.
Unless I tell you to be.
He nods. He says, "Also, you're under our custody. If anyone questions it, it's a prisoner transfer."
I don't think so. She says.
Look, I'm going to be sneaking.
Well, if she gets caught.
If she gets caught, regardless, she's dead.
And William says, "Oh." And then he gets really close to Rags, making sure that if anything happens,
Actually,
them are
Rags disappears into a shadowed corner.
What? Oh, he says.
Yeah.
She rolled really good on her stealth check.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, her reputation precedes her, even if she doesn't remember.
Fair.
And like I said, yes, unlike Rags, who is sneaking, she will open the door like she owns the place.
Fair enough. You walk into the first area. You and Williams. Rags is quietly following. Ooh. Okay. There are you go into this space and there are at least 3 people. One of them doesn't notice either of you. Well, actually, two of them don't notice either of you. One of them does. It is a woman in what you recognize, Tessa, as one of the tech people.
Mm-hmm.
No, she has brown hair and brown eyes.
Fair enough.
Yep. And she looks up and goes, "Yes? What is it?"
I'm sorry, are you quite aware of who you're talking to?
She raises an eyebrow.
By the way, it's presented prominently. It would take
I
a
know.
second of looking.
I know.
Considering you're doing maintenance in my home, I would suggest you learn the denizens of your citadel better.
She looks down at the thing that you have. Well, that would be true if that was real. She points to the thing that you have on your. Are you?
It is absolutely real.
Where do you have it on your person? You said prominently.
Yeah.
I didn't catch any of that. If you said anything.
Sorry. Forgot push to talk. It's basically like on her chest where it would be if she was actually wearing Gallifreyan robes.
Okay. So it's kind of like on the necklace, like
Mm-hmm.
here-ish. Like, as you said, prominent. Yeah. That is exactly what this lady says to you, is that it would be true if what you're wearing is a fake. It wasn't a fake, if it was real. Kind of implying that what she's looking at is not real.
Very well. She says. And she is about to doom them all because she is petty and vain.
Yes. Although you do hear in your head from Rex, what are you going to do?
Just stay hidden. And she's going to actually bring her ring up to her mouth, like kind of like she's about to slap herself, sort of. She's gonna fiddle with it a little.
Okay.
And theoretically, what they should hear after she says what she's going to say is a very important man they all know.
Mm-hmm.
As she goes, "Father, I'm home, and I have this tech monkey deciding that I am not who I say I am."
No.
Only she would know that line, for what it's worth.
Yes.
Other than her mother.
Yes. Now, are you actually calling your dad?
Yeah.
Okay. That's fair. You get this back. Daughter. I used to have, well... the malicious laugh of your father comes through.
Kenny stiffens ever so slightly.
Mm-hmm. Well then, I'll have secured. I'll make sure security doesn't stop you, and bring your two wonderful friends.
She cuts the comm and looks at the tech. As contemptuous as that was, I believe that proves who I am. And she walks past her.
The tech gives you nothing in return. She just goes right back to what she was doing.
You know?
Yep.
She is...
And the other two, Yeah, the other two didn't even look up at what they were doing. You could hear them muttering about something fall for all. You can't really make out what the other two are muttering about.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
She is also going to say, "You might as well come out, Rags. Just hide that damn tattoo and the gun."
Rex comes out of hiding and goes, "Well, the gun's already hidden. The tattoo. Well, I'm sorry, I don't wear any longer sleeves than the one I've got on."
Well, then this is going to get very interesting very quickly. She says, and she'll continue walking towards the central meeting chambers where she
where
knows.
where you know
Rick
your
is.
father. Yeah, where you know your father's going to be holding court. Williams, are you following?
Yep. Right in tow.
All right.
For the record, she'll only stop long enough to actually change into Gallifreyan robes.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, about halfway there, you pass like a what looks like a door going into a WC. It is that you open the door. There are formal wear, not so formal wear. It's all Gallifreyan. It's all Time Lord and Gallifreyan in here. But for any event that the good that a good Time Lord would be seen in.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, she'll grab what is appropriate, and put it on.
Mm-hmm.
She won't make the other two do it, but she will.
Okay. Kenny, are you in your shark form or are you in your human form?
I feel like the suit would. That's a good question. I feel like he'd be in a shark form because the suit has to adapt to his physiology based on how it was constructed.
Right. Okay, so you're in your shark form. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You three go. You're both Rags and I'm assuming Williams are following you, Tessa, to the central audience chamber, and I'm assuming you know where that is, right? Hello.
Well, I think she pushed talk.
They said they'll be right back.
Okay.
That's fine. We'll
All right. Do we want to do like a commercial break or something, or?
No, we don't have to do that. Well, we can do, Rags is going to sidle up to you, Williams.
Yep.
And go, do we really think this is a good idea? You know, just kind of marching into, you know, the central chambers of this place?
I would have done it differently, Rags, but this is her domain, and I respect the authority of her.
Okay, just I don't like this idea. I really don't like this idea.
You can obviously see his tail is like swishing back and forth in annoyance in the power suit.
Right.
Why are the orders in factory? I don't know.
It's not my first rodeo just walking through the front door. I don't like doing it, but when push comes to shove and
I'm back, sorry.
That's okay.
When push comes to shove and I'm not in charge in this particular situation, we follow the leader.
True.
Yeah, that's probably wise.
He overheard that as his tail swishes.
Yep.
And yeah, onward they trek to their doom.
So I'm assuming you know where you're supposed to be going, right?
Yep.
Tessa? Okay. Um.
Theory it should.
All right. So, you guys are wandering down. You get the three of you are having an interesting conversation about how is this really, at least from Rags, is this really a good idea? I mean,
Absolutely not, but he already knows we're here.
true.
You've broken. William says we've broken pretty much every single protective protocol I can think of in the book. We
That's
announced
because
our
they'd be
presence to the big
completely-
bad. We what else? We're walking in through the front door. He's just like listing this off on his fingers. It's
Yeah.
like he's just going down the list of like the worst ideas possible. It's like, yep.
Yeah, you wanna know why I make some of these decisions? Because it's
Turn-
just fun to see what happens.
Or make it so that we can find some of the Petrus.
I think that's a pretty Time Lord thing to say. I do the screw up because it's fun.
He shakes his head and says, "For me, I do it differently, but this is your rodeo, not necessarily mine."
And pressure gauge.
She
Just don't-
nods.
Just don't fuck it up.
Oh.
No promises.
I don't think
He sighs.
When I say run, run.
Really?
It's a Time Lord staple. You'll remember it, I'm sure.
Okay.
It was one of your favorite phrases.
Okay.
As he's looking out like the hallway windows and stuff like that, like at the various scenery in the citadel around us. For a grand structure, there is a lot of glass and gold trim.
On these walls, she says, look, showing off the circular patterns all along the walls,
Mm-hmm.
contain the entirety of the history of Gallifrey. If you walk these halls from entrance to, well, everywhere, you might be able to get through our entire history up to a certain date. Then again, much like the TARDIS, this place is a lot bigger than it looks.
I don't think I want to go through a walking tour at this moment, but good to note
Well,
that
that's
they
good.
offer.
The last one would have left over a century ago. You're late.
I would imagine for a very important date.
He chuckles. At least we're the VIPs in the group.
Well, you heard my father. Apparently, I'm not a VIP anymore.
Well, there was
Oh.
something very menacing about his giggle. I mean, or his laugh rather.
No,
Sounds
that's
like-
just him.
Are you sure?
It's the first time it's been directed at me. But yes, that's just him.
Well, if that's the case,
Oh,
then
dear.
if that's the case, your father. He says bluntly, "Father's an ass."
Rex
I
giggles.
believe I told you this.
I thought I was an ass.
Oh no, you are still most definitely an ass.
Just less of an ass than your dad?
Well, yeah, honestly. I mean, anyway, we're almost there, she says.
As Williams is flipping a couple switches to set things up.
Right.
No. For the record, Tessa is armed.
Yes. With her whip
And her gun.
and her gun.
With the moment bullets.
That's fair. You
I mean, if
guys.
you can do it to the planet, it's not that hard to put it in minuscule size.
That is also true.
Hmm.
That is also true.
And it still sticks to the doctor doesn't kill aspect. She traps.
That is also true. So you get to the room in question, and what you see there, as I pull up uh, their character sheets, you walk in. There's no one else in this room. I mean, this is a sizable room. Normally, there's like maybe 500 to 1,000 people in this room at a time. If you're in your recollected memory, Tessa.
And I like to think if you were looking from the outside, it looks like this room should be the size of a storage closet.
Yeah, basically. Time Lord technology at its finest. But there's nobody in this room. The only beings in this room are three, and they're sitting. They're up on a stage. The first person is, you recognize him as your father, dressed in his presidential clothes, looking a little bit like Tim Dalton. Timothy Dalton.
Well, yes, obviously.
Obviously. Another fantastic actor, and he did a really good job of playing that particular role. So, he. Standing next to him, with a very smug look on her face, is Aurora. Also dressed in very similar to the same costume that you've got on, Tessa. Also having one of those medallions around her neck.
Yep. At that, she's going to become showing that rage that he probably wanted Tress to have.
Oh yeah. There's one more person up on this dance before you start showing your absolute rage at this particular individual, whom you have tracked through time and space. Yeah. There is yet another Centauran. Kind of looks like the one that you put in the bullet, except his armor is not gray, it's red.
Oh.
It's the color of his armor.
Yeah.
And he's standing like behind both Aurora and your father.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
She's about to piss off the Centauran.
Probably. Keep in mind, there's nobody else in the room, and the three of us have walked in, and there's your father. Yep. And he gives you a malicious smile. Looks at you, Tessa. I see that you have changed your face.
Oh, I've changed it a whole lot more than that. But it seems you still have a nursemaid following you around, she says, looking at the Centauran.
Possibly. He looks down at Rags. You've brought her.
The power loader steps in front.
Mr. Williams, step back.
Mr. Williams. You were tasked to bringing her back, and I gave you a sizable fee to do that very thing. You failed me. And he gives you...
Contract is null and void.
Oh no, when you make a contract with me, dear one, I expect to be followed.
He tends to throw temper tantrums if you don't.
He's reaching for his blaster on the back of the unit.
She disables it with her,
Oh!
with her ring.
Do you do that surreptitiously?
No.
Okay.
So he's just holding the weapon just for posture's sake, even though it's doing absolutely nothing.
Well, you actually bring it up. You're going to fire, and it goes click. You give a pointed look over at Tessa.
She just shakes her head.
Right, kind of peeks out from behind
Legs.
Yeah, from behind the legs. I'm sure we could all talk about this.
The leg shifts a little bit, blocking the line of sight.
There's one more thing I'd like you to explain before we really get down to business, Father.
Yes.
She points.
Oh, her? Well, when you didn't come back in a timely fashion, I adopted her.
Oh. Who knew I was going to add fratricide to my list of crimes?
You really think you can do that?
Oh, I think in this form I am capable of a great many terrible things.
As am I, and remember, they're standing on a stage with a curtain behind them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The curtain raises, and sitting there in a cage, Williams, is your younger self.
Yep.
Screaming his head off at this point.
Yep. Shaking the cage, rattling, let me go, you know, the whole...
Yeah. The whole thing.
Yep.
You monsters, let me go. What are you doing? Blah, blah. I want to go back to my family. Yeah.
Yep,
the whole
that.
9 yards.
Terrified little teen.
In the other cage, because there are 2 cages.
Ooh.
Yes. Is your mother, Tessa?
Okay. Yeah.
She's not screaming and shouting like the younger Williams is.
Mm-hmm.
She is sitting in her cage, very demure, with her eyes looking down, like she's resigned to being in this particular state, which
you know what? She's going to very quickly, and keep in mind, nobody knows what her gun actually does.
Oh yeah.
She's gonna shoot both her mom and younger Williams.
Oh, okay.
In what looks like cold blood.
Williams just does the dramatic, like, puts hand out. No, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Right after the fact.
Yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm.
This is the glue car spawn.
Let's see here.
Not here. DMCs can spawn in this building up here. And they will absolutely shoot your ass through the window.
Basically, they're going from the cages into her gun magazine.
Yeah, I realize that that's what you're going to do. I'm just trying to decide. You're doing this quickly, right?
That's coming from downrange.
Yep, it was basically quick draw, pop, pop.
Okay. Let's see who actually goes first in this little pop. I want you to roll me an initiative.
Stood up. I was like, oh, with my friend.
25.
Oh, fucking shit. Yeah,
Nat
you
20
are
plus 5.
Yeah, you are definitely going first. Yep.
Do I need to roll 2 or?
No. This is
just-
just between Tessa
Okay,
and
it's
the
that
other
now.
person that was in this, which
Gotcha.
was not
Tessa.
you.
Tessa and her sister.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I have no dogs in this fight.
No, you do
No.
not. You have no dogs in this fight.
Adoption, she is a bitch.
Right.
Yeah.
At least in this case.
Yep. Mm. Do. So you're gonna do what you're gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
And then, for what it's worth, after the pop, she's gonna point the gun at her father.
Mm-hmm.
Now. Now that the needless hostages are dealt with, shall we?
Needless. Oh no, they were not needless. But you don't know what I have done to them while you were looking for them.
You've turned them into Dalek hybrids. You're not as smart as you think you are, father.
No, hold on.
Who said I was turning them into Dalek hybrids? I said no such thing. You
Oh.
reached that conclusion all on your own.
Yes, due to your failed choices in adoption.
Who's to say that she didn't do that? Who's to say that she did?
Come now, I'm not a fool.
And you hear in the back, nor were you bored yesterday. Sorry, I had to throw that one in.
You're
No,
fine.
that's fair.
Let's see here. Okay. Well, you two are having this. I'm going to message Kenny with something.
Go ahead.
This.
So your father has got his eyes like set on you,
VR.
Tessa.
Mm-hmm. She'll actually start walking forward, daring any of the three of them of stepping forward.
They're not moving.
Gun held.
Give me 2 seconds for you.
He took your arm.
Ooh,
What?
One of them is using trade.
you don't have to. Well, you're going to have to worry about this in just a minute, but this is going to be funny.
Okay. Oh. That's fair.
Hang on. I'll pull that up. I've got to pull up.
One of them was using
Okay.
tracer. Here's a tracer.
Sure, I'm remembering how to spell her name. That's the okay.
Yep. Up the rudder. Fine. There were 2 MREs here. I'll wait for the got one. I'll shoot it.
Really, really. I can't spell with a diddly flip.
Oh. Hey. Want that extra MRE? We're just by the fucking campsite. Alright. What do we want to do? Where do we want to go?
Uh, got it.
So Tessa, you are starting to walk towards your father, daring any of them to move.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. You hear the mechanical sounds of the power loader moving behind you, and it steps in front of you, and you hear a loud. I have released the net.
on Tessa.
Uh huh.
Okay.
Okay.
This is a quantum entanglement net. It is bounty hunter technology. You need to make a dexterity saving throw. And
Just say dexterity saving throw, and we'll
Yep.
we'll see if.
Yep.
So I remember that.
19.
Ooh.
Yes, yeah.
Well.
I guess I broke him.
Need some water set for the rest of
Neither you nor she might. No, she doesn't. He won't.
Take them out.
And he definitely doesn't. Okay. By the way, Tessa, what's your passive perception?
12.
Okay. And Williams, what is yours?
Passive perception for Williams is. Where's my passive perception? It's down
It
here.
should be down, it's below the tech level.
11.
Okay. Never mind then.
I assume that she rolls out of the way quicker than most people think she should.
The net goes. You see a fraction of the second before he, or just as he's firing it, and yes, you do roll out of the way.
The net retracts back into the gun for reloading.
Yep,
Mhm.
I'll roll for this, but
Mhm.
she's gonna disable him. Like she did Rags.
those kind of bullets.
Okay, you would be disabling the
Power suit, not him.
power suit, not him.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yes,
As
I
long-
know that's gonna cause him to blink out, but
As alarm
At this
bells and
point,
warning
that's
lights
a-
start flashing.
Mm-hmm.
yep, she disables it.
What did you roll?
Give me a second. 17.
You disable most of it.
The onboard failsafe will kick in.
Well, no. When I say yes,
Yes.
you've disabled him being able to move.
But the temporal shield is kept.
Kinda.
That's fair. Looks like I broke another one of your toys.
Just gotta talk to
Williams.
And now I'm
Yeah. You still have that command.
Yep.
What do you do?
Well, let's,
He is going to there's a thing on the power suit that still functions technically, but it's a catch-all situation, and it's very risky.
Mm. So you say you broke another toy? It's basically is
Yeah.
what you're. But no,
that's
yeah.
what Tessa is thinking. As she has her pistol leveling at Kenny's head.
Mm-hmm.
Or Williams's head.
Yep. I'm going to have both you, Tessa, and you, Williams,
Mhm.
to roll me a perception check.
Yeah.
I'm going to have my villains also roll a perception check. Let's see. You don't have to. You can just tell me.
Yep.
16.
16. Okay.
So I passive perception, or what do I?
No. This is actual active perception.
Active perception.
Okay,
Gotcha.
she doesn't. She
So I have to roll
doesn't see
perception.
it.
21.
He does. What was yours? Tessa.
16.
16. He also rolled a 16. So he's going to see it.
You still didn't get that done? Damn, I'm so sorry.
21.
The one time you spawned for
That's of 18. Oh yeah, everybody except for Aurora sees this. Aurora doesn't see this at all.
First time you spawned,
Tessa,
Mm-hmm.
you see this as well as the Centauran and your father. You see a very small kobold sneaking up behind Aurora.
In front of me as I lined up the shot up.
Yep. She's, for what it's worth, and I'm sorry for the moment. After this, we'll fix you and get you back out. But yeah, point blank, she pops him. Into a bullet you go.
Okay. Now, you're gonna have to roll to hit him.
Yep. 17.
Oh, what's your
Roll plus 5.
yeah? What's your armor class, Williams?
Armor class is 17.
Oh,
Nailed it.
okay.
Did you read the message that I sent you about the thing that you just triggered?
Yeah, I see it.
Mm-hmm.
Not like we can't make it down to
The power
that will
loader is
BPR and
making a very ominous buzzing sound.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Now, I'm assuming that you didn't put Williams and Teenage Williams in the same bullet, right?
Nope.
Oh, good.
She's
So
only used 4 out of a 12-round clip.
That is very true.
Mhm.
So, Williams, both of the Williamses are effectively out.
Stuck in a moment in time.
Stuck
Yep.
in a moment in time. Although I will have Williams do this. Because you're stuck at a moment in time, I will have you roll your wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
15 plus 1, 16.
Okay. I will.
Really, I just want a chance to be able to see if I can shoot Sherman in the stupid face from a couple hundred meters away, but you know. Wait. Oh. He walked out and I went, oh wait, no, not like this.
All right. You got that? Yes.
To me?
Yeah, you. I just.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I can still think and move around in this.
No, because this is a moment in time. You're frozen.
Okay, so you can only think.
Ish.
Yeah.
Ish.
He immediately regrets his actions.
Yeah, I figured he might, but the thing is that you've already done the thing that you're going to do.
Yep.
Yeah, this machine, Tessa, is making concerning noises.
Okay.
In my helmet, but this is blunt force trauma.
Yeah, she'll cancel a self-destruct. Screw
it. Oh dear.
Do I have to roll if I guessed correctly?
Are you believing that this is a self-destruct mechanism?
No, but she also isn't sticking around it either.
True. Very, very true.
No.
However, she is going to, now that most of the people are out of the way, she is going to pull out her lethal weapon, and the whip's going to spread across the floor, and then...
And popped out of nowhere.
Okay. That's fair.
Now,
He zeroed very quickly for a scab on.
shall I prove that I am the daughter of Rassilon further? Or are we going to keep playing these games?
Oh, I believe that we're going to keep playing these games.
And all I can say is long live the president. And enjoy the reign of the Contessa, she says, and she aims the gun at him.
No, that wasn't him that spoke. That was Aurora.
Oh, okay, then she will...
Yeah.
Oh, then she will say something about imposter syndrome then.
Imposter syndrome, I love it.
Let me show you why I'm the only one.
Oof. Okay.
And for what it's worth, yes, she... In this moment, she looks incredibly like her father.
Oh, I have no doubt in that. Okay.
And it's Aurora's fault.
Yes, it is. I made you hate her, and that was the point. Let's see here.
It's a little annoying that... I mean, not annoying, but it's funny that, you know, the Contessa has her own master.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we had talked about it that it would have been Maestro, but since you changed over to
Yeah.
the Contessa, I couldn't do that anymore.
No, that's fair. This works.
It does. Okay.
She just needs to prove why there is no replacing her.
Very much so. Let's see here. Okay. Let me, let's see, this is at which level? You know what? Because she is what she is, let's see. 2, 4, 8, 10.
I heard the noise. That's why I stopped. That's why I stopped it. Then I rotated. I was like, what?
This ought to be funny. Ooh! Okay. Wow. Alrighty then. Aurora smiles at you, Tessa.
Mm-hmm.
Points her that she also has she also has her stun baton. She points at you, gives a malicious smile. How many hit points do you have?
She has 31.
She has 31? Yeah, you fall asleep.
I don't get a save or anything?
According to the spell, no. Each creature affected the spell falls unconscious until the spell ends, which is about a minute.
Or until Rags manages to knock her on her ass.
Mm-hmm.
Which should be coming right about now.
Well, actually, until the spell ends, the sleeper takes damage or someone uses an action to shake or slap the sleeper awake. That's what it says.
Okay.
So it has to be done to you, not to the person who cast it, because it's not a concentration spell.
Wait, Rags would know this. She's seen a sleep spell before.
She's seen plenty of sleep spells before, given where she originally came from. Yes.
Fair enough. Okay.
She sees this. Of course. Oh yeah. Okay. This ought to be funny. You don't see this.
Nope.
Because you're asleep. Yeah. Oh! Well, that will do it. That's that. Plus, sneak attack damage. 17. How many points does she have? Okay. 17 plus 12 is 29.
Yep.
And I'm going to give her the thing of her being shocked.
Ooh.
You don't do that to my friends. You can't hear any of this, and neither can Williams, because Williams is stuck in a
Bullet.
Moment in time.
bullet. Yeah, a moment of time. Okay. I'm only going to do that one so that you'll know exactly what I did. Because I rolled a nat 20 on Rags's strike with the electric rapier.
Ah.
Yes.
He gets stabbed in the butt.
Stabbed in the butt, yes. And she got 12 points of damage, because that's 6 points of piercing, 6 points of lightning. And then the sneak attack, because she was sneaking up behind Aurora.
AMC's.
So, yeah. Aurora screams out in pain. I said 29, right?
Yep. When one person you don't want to back into a corner is a freaking Corsair.
Exactly. Aurora. Again, you guys don't see this. Well, okay. This is what I'll do. This is what I'll do. You guys don't, as I said, you guys don't see. You, Tessa, don't see this.
Mm-hmm.
But you do have dreams. Because Brax is basically transmitting this through telepathy. And for you, it's going to be a very, very weird dream. You see the small kobold, you know, it's, as you said, there's electric up the butt. And you see the Centauran and your father turn around and scream at Rags. Rags sticking out her tongue, you know, kind of doing, you know, kind of that. And you see Rags run off the stage with the Centauran, your father getting on what looks like a, you know, basically a communication device and yelling into it, you know, go find her! And Aurora crumpled to the ground. And basically
So she's
going
having
to,
nice dreams.
well, the Aurora is kind of doing the twitch thing.
Good.
Yes. After about a minute, you see your father again get on his communication device. A couple of guards come in, pick up the twitching Aurora, and him and two guards and her are walked out of the hall. You are just waking up to an empty room with the power loader still making its concerning noises.
That's unfortunate and annoying.
Yes, it is.
Right. Well, as anywhere of 100 kilometers or more they could be, But she's the contestant. Well, screw her father. She's going to get up.
Yeah, when you went to sleep, you kind of crumpled.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm going to have you roll a I'm going to have you roll a perception check.
Dirty 20.
I'll let you have this, because I'm not gonna. You see,
Drop the guy on the left.
you see a small kobold running towards you. Goes, run, 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 run! Back to the tortoise now! And you see her, just booking it.
Yeah.
She runs past you and says, "Run!" and booking it.
Okay. She's gonna look at what she's running from.
You see a very angry Centauran and a whole bunch of guards following him.
Cool. She, at the very least, is gonna cap the Centauran.
Are you going to shoot and then run, or are you going to be running and then shooting?
She's basically going to, Rags was gonna run past her. She's gonna look up, see the Centauran and the group of people, raise her gun, fire a shot, and then turn and leave.
Okay.
Kind of, action movie kind of thing.
Oh yeah, I'm quite familiar with this.
It's a trope for a reason.
We're getting to that.
Yeah, I know.
So I want you to try to roll to hit the Centauran. Here.
Okay, and for the record, if I could also make an intimidation check against the troops. They're about to see the Rage of Rassilon in a very small package.
I'll roll to see if you hit, and then I'll have you roll the intimidation check.
30, 20, 15, and 5.
Damn! That's more than what he has. Okay. That's your second Centauran that you've bagged.
Yep.
Now roll me an intimidation check.
21.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, what happens is this. You hear Rags go, run, 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 run. You see the Centauran and all these guards following her. You hear the Centauran, catch her! Capture her! You raise your gun, you fire. It hits him. Square between the eyes. I'm assuming that was... did you pull up
That is-
the one? Did you
No,
pull-
it's
Okay.
still the bullets. She's not a complete monster, she's just acting like one.
That's true. The other guards who just saw that think that you've just vaporized the Centauran. They all stop with their eyes wide as saucers. They're not coming into the room. The Centauran had
Yeah.
actually come into the room. They're stopping at the door.
I know what my father told you to do, but I would suggest if you value your life, I would stick with the member of the ruling family that might actually survive the night. She
At
says.
At this point, Tessa, you're starting to notice that the chairs are starting to move towards the power loader. Like they're being sucked into the power loader. And
she walks. Oh.
Yeah, the thing is that you try to walk away. It's difficult because you're also being dragged towards the loader.
That's fair. She'll fight against it and get out of range. And she'll actually walk out of the room through the soldiers, daring them to do anything.
Actually, what happens is you hear, as you're walking beyond the point of where the power loader is, sucking things in, you hear one of the guards say, exactly what he just said.
Which was?
Uh-oh.
It's probably fair.
From what I know from what Kitty was telling me, yeah, what he basically did was he set off a failsafe that has turned his power loader into a very small version of the Eye of Harmony.
It's a singularity battery that literally was punctured.
Is that all? She'll just I mean that's singularities are toys.
He came with this very quickly before we left, so he didn't have very much time to cobble something elaborate together. So he's like, I'm just gonna build a singularity bomb inside this thing, and it's gonna go off if it needs to.
Well, putting it together and cursing that it took her so long, she'll just start and shut it down. Annoyed.
Oh.
No, there's no way for you to there's no way for you to shut it down, Tessa. Only Williams can shut it down.
She shoots it.
The bullet goes straight into the unit and
it can't. That's the thing. You can't. If she aims for something that isn't the singularity core, she can still trap it in a moment in time.
I'll let GM discretion take hold. Your call. I don't know how to deal with that. I have an idea, but I don't want to make it
I'm wondering how the bullet can handle that.
Exactly.
It's not a normal bullet. It's technically a time bullet, if you think about it.
Yes, but you're dealing with singularities, event horizons, all other kinds of physics against this bullet.
Basically, it's time shenanigans canceling out another time shenanigan.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I don't know if I want to break the game that much.
It could just easily be the bullet, just the thing that's making the moment in time disrupts by being a different frequency.
It's still dragging things into it. That's the point.
I have an idea, because this is basically supposed to out of character.
Because if there's no way to, if there's no way to stop this, then that's a bit broken.
There is a way to stop it, and it's mentioned in that log that I sent you, Trish.
Yes, I know.
That's the thing. If it's not something that Tessa could or Katie could actually think up, then it is basically unstoppable, which is...
Well, I mean, that's fair. No, that's fair. No, that's fair.
You are a Time Lord. You could stop this thing if you really thought long and hard about it.
I mean, assuming that Trish allows that to be the explanation on how she solves it, then fine. Because
she is the GM, yes. So go ahead.
Okay. Science roll.
Well.
Because if her sonic doesn't work and the bullets don't work, she's not near enough to a TARDIS to hurl that thing into space or into the vortex.
And does she not want her home planet to go up in a puff of smoke?
I mean, just because her dad's a dickhead doesn't mean the rest of the people are.
Good point.
She has friends on the planet.
She does.
They just don't happen to be in the Citadel right now.
There we go. I gave it a little bit of a nudge.
um. Okay. I don't. It's not a science roll that I want you to roll, Tessa. I want you to roll me a intelligence.
14.
Okay. You're sitting there. You tried you tried to did you try the sonic at first?
Yep.
And it didn't work.
Not at first, no.
No. And then you tried shooting a bullet at it,
Yep.
and basically what happened there, that the bullet part just kind of went into it, and nothing happened. I mean, this is a black hole technically. So you're sitting there going, okay, so I don't want my planet to, go poof. And then from somewhere you get a single word. Think.
I got nothing. I
Well,
wouldn't have asked for that roll that way if I had something.
Well, okay. I'll give you a little bit more. Well, the thing comes out of like nowhere, but the kind of the rest of it, you hear Rags go. Can't you tell it to turn off?
Maybe that should. Yeah, I guess she'll say, "Suit, shut off," or she'll think it really hard, or do all of the above. Tell a load of shut off. So shut off self-destruct or self-implosion.
There you go.
You hear an audible voice.
Actually, you hear the voice of the AI.
It's called a rift destabilizer.
Rift destabilizer deactivated.
Everything that was
And
moving in the air drops to the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And the power loader just kind of slips forward as it powers down.
Well, thank you, Rags.
I panicked.
That's fine.
Could you
Although
please?
given your actions today, I might actually start calling you Corsair.
Could you please come back to the TARDIS? I don't want to be here anymore. I gave those people all my Mary Cheese, but can we please get out of here? please?
One second. She says, "You wait there. I have some family business to take care of." Direct me from the TARDIS, actually. Look for... Well, look for a chronal signature similar to mine.
Why?
Because I think it's time for a coup.
Are you thinking about taking this place over?
Well, sorry, one second. She says, "No, I'm going to dethrone my father and put my mother in charge." And Aurora's a little too close for me to let her go without dealing with her.
Okay.
Just please do this for me, Corsair. We'll call it even after all the times that I've had to save your life.
Okay.
And yeah, she'll actually walk to the opposite way from the TARDIS.
You are bound and determined to do this, right?
Damn straight. Yeah, when she became the Contessa, she became as, like, bloodhoundy as her father.
Yeah.
She isn't gonna stop until Aurora is in the vortex. Or dead.
One of the two.
And then her dad needs to be taken care of for thinking he could replace her.
Rags, because this is a mental link between you two, you hear Rags, like, okay, if I flip this and I push that and I wiggle this one and I turn that and well, now that's weird.
Oh.
Well, as for your father, not really. But, here, I'll just send it to you. Just look at your thingy, your
Yeah.
sonic screwdriver.
Yeah,
I'll give you
sure,
that
look.
info. Yeah. Yeah, what Reg sent you was not so much your father anywhere in the vicinity, but the market, the person that you've been following through time and space that has really, really pissed you off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You made friends.
Like in a in a bed in one of the care centers. Is where she is.
Try kill them from.
Yep, she makes her way there.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know,
What are you gonna do to her?
she is,
Give me a second. Let me re-pull her up because I shut that particular character down. Okay. What are you gonna do to her?
so, you know, the vortex with which the Gallifreyan becomes a Time Lord?
Kinda, yeah.
The one that made the Master go insane?
Yeah. And the Corsair laugh hysterically. And the Doctor to run away.
Yeah. It showed the Contessa conquest, honestly. That's why Tress went as far off as she did. That being said, she is basically going to drag Aurora by her hair into that room.
Oh no.
And she's gonna throw her into it.
Oh no.
Yep. Ranting along the way, going, basically saying you're nothing but a cheap copy, and to think that you could replace me, you're nothing but a nobody. And basically just ranting and raving like the psychopath.
Like the psychopath that your father always wanted.
Yep.
But you're kind of doing it for a good cause.
Yeah. Yes and no.
Because this particular individual took your friend and changed her into a Dalek puppet.
Yeah.
Which is what really pissed you off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you take she is just starting to wake up. She does weekly call out for your father.
Yes, I'm sorry. Father's not here to protect you now.
What? No! No!
Rejoice, dear sister. You might actually get to learn what it's like to be me, she says. And yeah, she goes to, like, lift her face first, like, where she has to look into it first.
Well, actually, you have to take her to the room. Remember, you guys are in a
like I said, she's got her by the hair and is dragging her on the floor down the hall.
Let me go!
I don't think so.
You witch with a bee! She actually says the word, I'm not going to.
No, that's fair. She says, oh, well, see, you probably should have learned what you were getting into. But it's of no consequence now.
No! 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 Let me go!
No, because I'm going to show you what it's like to be a daughter of Rassilon. And like I said, she drags her to that room and holds her up face first, so she has to look into the vortex first.
Technically, she's already done this once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she knows exactly what's about to happen when she starts getting closer to it.
Yeah, well, you do this, and she says, no, no, you can't do this. Not again. No.
I can and I will.
No. Not again.
Bye.
Not again. Not again.
And she, as funny as this is going to sound, she actually, like, you know, the stereotypical like jobs done's action where you just kind of like, dust off your hands. Yep, that's it. No. Well, that trash is taken out.
Yeah, but I'm concerned that she said not again. Like, this has happened to her before.
Oh, I'm sure it has. And I'm sure it'll happen again. At least as long as I'm alive.
I know that, but that's kind of concerning. Can you please come back to the TARDIS? I'd like to get out of here. We do have someone to put to right.
She nods. She is going to walk down the hall and she'll use her Time Lord given ability of telepathy, and she'll say to her father, basically as she's walking towards the TARDIS, she'll say, next time you want to replace me, you should probably make sure I'm dead first. And also, make sure I'm not as bloodthirsty as you are.
Oh, I will make plenty sure of that, daughter. Or maybe I should erase you from the timeline, and that's when that cuts.
You could, she says to herself. But we are living in a paradox, she says, and she walks off.
Yes, you are. Well, that much was proven that you're living in a paradox.
So yeah, and yeah, she'll walk back to the TARDIS.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, once
and
she gets there,
yeah, there's Rags, kind of going, okay. Can you please get the people that we like out of the bullets that you have them in?
yeah, she'll take out the 3 bullets. And she'll wave her hand over them, dispelling the moment.
Okay, so who are you doing first?
Yeah. Got that power filter.
Are you doing
Big
Williams?
Big Williams first.
Okay.
But she's going to say, yeah, Big Williams first. Why not?
All right. Yeah, okay, Williams, you there?
Yep. Yes.
Okay, Williams.
So,
You come out of your moment of time, still kind of in the seated position.
Yep.
You fall flat on your butt.
Yep. Ow. Computer, disengaged quantum.
You realize you're no longer in your power suit or power loader.
He gets up off the floor quickly. He's like, oh shit. I didn't mean that. And he starts scrambling to the door looking for like the power loader.
It's gone.
We only have like 5 minutes left. Not even 5 minutes. We have to. He turns as
You're
he
good.
Wait, he stops like with his hand on the knob. He says, "You disabled the rift."
I panicked and I told Tessa to just tell it to stop, and so she did, and it
Like
stopped.
it's hard.
Well, I'm impressed. He turns
In the
around.
words of L from going from
Yeah.
Legally Blonde.
Yeah.
What? Like it's hard?
Yep.
Well, it was just turns around and says, "Well, I'm impressed,
You
I'm
really
not-
shouldn't be.
but I'm not surprised. I put that in there specifically for only you to figure out and find. I'm surprised Rags figured it out first."
Eh.
Panicked.
And we're both Time Lords. It makes sense.
True. We were going to release the other ones.
Okay.
Right.
I'm gonna go get my power loader and bring it back. You guys.
No, you
can't-
won't.
You can't. The minute you walk out there, you're going to disappear.
Oh right. Well, that project's scrapped.
For what it's worth, at that point, she's going to say to Mr. Actually, she's going to get her mom out first.
Okay.
And
You're-
she'll leave Teenage Williams in there until we can drop him off.
Good point. You undo the thing that's on your mom. Your mom is still sitting pretty much in the same position.
Mhm.
Just kind of
I'm terribly
Not-
sorry, Mother.
she looks up. You're back. Your
I
father.
am.
Your father. He went crazy when he couldn't find you. And then he went and adopted that woman to take your place. And when I spoke out, you saw what happened.
Yes, well, when I looked into the time vortex, I saw something I didn't like at first. And I
Okay.
needed to figure myself out. If he really was looking, all he had to do was look on Earth.
Well, I mean, that was kind of the reason why he sent, when she points to the shark man, him. Because he found out that he was the best bounty hunter.
Yes,
And then,
well,
and then when we didn't hear anything from him in a, quote, a reasonable amount of the time, of course, she's doing the quotation marks, obviously.
obviously.
That's when your father, well, went a little bit more bloodthirsty than I could even diffuse. There's something has gotten into him. He was bloodthirsty, but not this bloodthirsty.
No, he indeed. I've never seen him have that much hatred for me ever. That being said,
Well,
the imposter is dealt with.
You don't believe that was going to be the only imposter that he had at his fingertips?
Oh, absolutely not.
Where's the little one?
Corsair, you can come out.
And Rags kind of, hi. She keeps calling me the Corsair, but I'm Rags.
Mother, look at her tattoo. Only one person has that tattoo, and it's the only one I know of that lasts through regenerations.
Your brother looks at the tattoo and then looks back at Rags. Well, that's unusual. Usually we are human, not a mythical creature. And Rags goes,
Well-
I guess it's a mythical creature. And she kind of throws up her hands and goes, kind of.
Well, I can only assume that when she originally regenerated, she was in another plane and adapted. Which, I mean, it's not completely out of the realm of possibility, just a little fantastical.
I do have an advantage back, but I kind of want to say.
Thanks.
I mean, you know,
Rags kind of gives you the side eye and just kind of. Your mother generally gives a very soft giggle at the two of you, knowing full well that there is a friendship between you and the Corsair that goes throughout the ages. And she approved of this particular friendship. Well, when you told her about it, because she was the only one that you could tell about it, because you knew fairly well that your mom would keep it away from your dad.
yeah.
And she goes, well, if she believes that she is this, what does she call herself? What's the species?
Kobold.
If she believes that she is this kobold and does not think that she is a Time Lord, let her grow into that. I mean,
Fair enough, but I don't know how much more obvious you can get with, the two heartbeats and the regeneration.
True. She didn't. There aren't any more complications with her, are there?
I don't think so, no. I know I had to force her to regenerate to stop her from being a Dalek hybrid.
A what? Now your mother has, just kind of,
Hmm.
yeah, that is,
Yes,
perturbed.
apparently a little side project of my dear sister.
And an extension of your father, too. And who is this? Pointing over to Williams. Williams,
Hello, he says.
you are looking at a woman who is roughly 5'6".
Yep. So he's towering over her.
And very much so. Has kind of the same hair as Tessa, but her eyes are a soft green, and she is also wearing a Time Lord dress.
It's a pleasure to meet you finally, he says. He's
Well,
being
you
all
were
respectful and stuff like that
yeah.
because
Well, you were hired by my husband to find our lovely daughter here, and she just kind of does the pat on the shoulder.
She just waves like, yo.
well, I'm glad that I brought you back together as a family, and I believe that contract is considered terminated. No payment required. This one's on me this time.
I
think we've paid you back plenty by keeping you in existence.
That's more than enough payment a bounty hunter could ask for, he says.
Well, yes. Well, it looks like I won't be able to go back to Gallifrey for a little bit. At least not until your father comes down, or until we find out what's wrong with your father.
Temporal madness, maybe?
Maybe. But I'm not going to be able to go back to Gallifrey.
Well, luckily, we have friends in the 21st century that might be able to help out.
I mean,
Uh,
being on Earth doesn't sound all that bad. I mean, if they could do it, meaning I certainly
I
can.
lived there for a very long time as well.
True. And you,
In fact,
and
I
you,
guarantee you, when you go there, you'll see some of my CDs from when I was still blonde.
yes. How did you become? And she points to this. When you left, you were a blonde and could sing. I loved that talent in you.
Aurora happened.
Right.
So
All right. So
I took a Dalek beam to the chest, and, well, that was all she wrote for the songstress.
yes, I can imagine. You must tell me some of your adventures, darling. At least until we can fix this problem. And again, she points to Williams.
She nods. She walks over to the console and says, "You remember the old broken thing that they left with back in the day?"
I do.
She flicks the switch and sends it back to Earth with them in it.
Remember, it's
Earth
still
20...
broken.
Oh, she'll fix it then. Before she says what she says.
That's fair. That is fair. I'm going to now get her out.
That's my bad.
You flick a switch and the blinking lights go broken.
Yeah, no,
broken.
she wouldn't be that stupid. She'd fix it first and then be smarmy.
Yeah. This time the thing that broke, oddly enough, was the thing that you were cleaning gum out of.
Boy. Anyway,
Yep.
she'll repair it.
And it doesn't take that long to repair. I'm not going to
And-
make you roll for it. And Rags kind of sidles up to your mom and goes, "So, you're her mom. You're a lot nicer than her dad. I know."
Well, the cheaters, okay. Then
In all fairness, my father wasn't always so sociopathic.
or even better.
To say the least, I mean, I led those that Centauran and those guards on a very merry chase up and down the corridors. I felt like I was doing Scooby Doo.
No, mark it as an item.
It's not unfair.
Oh, I get to tell your mom that I rode a dragon. I rode a dragon, and she excitedly tells all the adventures that she did over in the hero world, where she got to ride a dragon and was a flower girl and all that. And your mother, bless her heart, sits there and does that. She has absolutely no idea what Rags is talking about.
Tessa just says, as she's fixing the TARDIS, she goes,
Yeah.
"No, she's actually 100% true with the dragon. She flew in on it out of bloody nowhere."
It wasn't out of bloody nowhere. It was from...
Out of bloody nowhere.
Rags stops herself, thinks about it.
Hate that glitch they do on the
Right. Or is it left? And then she sits up straight again, which, Tessa, you know what that means.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am? Really?
buddy.
Sure. I mean, we're just fixing the TARDIS down. Something broke. Yes, something always breaks. No, it actually wasn't the chameleon circuit this time.
No, we had a long conversation about that. Me and her.
Yeah, according to Tessa, they had a long conversation. I don't know what broke.
Okay, honestly, it was the braking servo, if you must know.
Tessa says it was the braking servo. Yes, at least it wasn't the transmission. You could visit for a little bit. I mean, the Williams is here. We're going to go fix that particular problem.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Shit.
Okay. And then you see Rags kind of slump. Well, that was,
And we are about to get a visit from a human, aren't we?
Well, I'm getting shot at still.
she's not a human.
Human adjacent.
No,
I'm fairly
okay.
sure you said she was human. She just has extra bits. Like powers.
Yeah, and Rags kind of sticks out her tongue at you.
She's
and-
an advanced human and nothing more.
At about that time, through one of the other doors of the TARDIS, it opens into that bright light, and out steps Lady Mary and looks over at Williams. Williams, are you all right?
Sorry, he's not yawning. He's
You are yawning.
I'm yawning. Williams is not. Williams says as he's kind of like making sure that he's still not phasing out.
You're
Maybe some
not.
He says, "Yes, I am intact as much as I can be. Everyone else here is intact. My younger self is somewhere around
Tessa
here."
points to the glowing bullet on the dash.
I
Yes.
do believe that your younger self is there, which is the reason why you haven't winked out of existence. Now, Tessa, I've watched that whole thing go down. I am so sorry about your father.
Don't be. I didn't exactly expect a good homecoming.
True. I also wasn't expecting you to go to Gallifrey. and to what Lady Mary rolls her eyes. Now, your mother, who has been very quietly sitting next to Rags, very just like the first wife should, very demure, very regal,
Mhm.
everything you remember your mother to be, looks at this woman that has just basically appeared out of nowhere. And Rags says, "Oh, yes, right. Introductions, gotta do them.
My manners. Sorry. Yes, you
Do,
did teach me better than that. She says,
do you know what?
Mary.
Do you know what your mother's name is?"
Uh, she does, but she wouldn't say it
Okay,
because that's a Time Lord thing.
that is a
Uh,
Time Lord thing. Yep.
she says, Mary, this is the First Lady. First Lady, this is Mary. She goes
Mary.
by Lady Mary.
Lady Mary nods to the First Lady. I am so sorry for what has happened to you. I'm glad that these wonderful people came to your rescue. I just came to see how you were and that you're safe. It appears that you are in the company of your wonderful daughter. She has really distinguished herself. Told a really good story, too. To what Lady Mary smiles. Much to your chagrin, Tessa.
Yeah.
Mm. Rex.
Uppity human.
Uppity human, yep. Rex, yes. I want you to stay with them.
So,
Remember my 3. Observe, learn, and help out when you can, and you've been doing that very good. Okay? Uh-huh. When do I get to see my sisters? Well, Cass is on a mission, and who knows where Wanda is. Right, okay.
And for what it's worth, one of them is standing right here. She chuckles. We may not be blood, but we've been family for quite some time.
Well,
You just don't remember any of it.
Lady Mary kind of side-eyes you and goes, if you could protect her as well as her middle sister Cass, I can accept that.
I'm sorry, who tore the timelines apart to track down the person that hurt her? Yeah, I think I've got that.
Very true. And with that, I've got...
One thing.
Yes.
She takes out 2 more bullets.
Mm-hmm.
Can you deal with these potatoes? They need to be planted again.
Oh, you found 2 of them.
She nods.
They might need to be rehabilitated.
Well, they're all yours. She hands her the bullets.
I know a certain, a couple of certain other potatoes that can rehabilitate them.
Fair enough.
She closes her fist. I will take them off your hands. She turns around, walks off. The glowing door opens again. She walks through, closes.
Yep, she makes that last nut turn or whatever, bolt turn,
Yep.
and she goes, and there. Mother, welcome to the TARDIS the Doctor stole, she says as she flicks the switch and starts it up.
As you're saying that flick the switch, the TARDIS kind of gives not necessarily a groan, but a sigh.
Yeah, don't give me that. And for what it's worth, she'll take her to Earth, introduce her to
That
Unit and
you have to
Torchwood.
do something. You have to do something first before you take her to Earth.
Oh, we should
Yes.
stop here.
Do
She'll
that
drop
first.
Williams off and then take her to Earth.
Okay, the younger Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys go back to the same point in time where he was taken. And the younger what does the younger Williams do, my dear?
Me?
Yeah, you.
As he's released from the bullet into the chair of the rock, Williams is standing a distance from himself, his younger self, because
Mhm.
we can still see each other in this reality. He says, "Remember, always do good, and you'll go far." He's like basically quoting one of these like famous like explorers in his universe.
Oh yeah. Rags is while you're saying this, Rags is like, now, listen to him.
Yeah, this angle. we might as well-
Focus on him. Listen to his words.
check.
And is doing stuff
Also-
behind the teenage. Yeah, you don't know what she's doing.
Yeah.
But you're doing your famous
Yeah.
explorer thing.
Yeah.
And then you see your younger self drop off to sleep.
Well, that's a useful
Well,
trick.
I feel like that's where we should leave him. He'll make
Oh,
his journey up to the mountain the next day to see Hecla.
Oh well, technically he's already up the mountain to see his friend.
Shit.
When he wakes up, no time will have
BMC.
transpired.
Excellent.
Joys of time
Yeah.
travel.
Oh yes.
Yep.
That's a trick somebody taught me. I don't know who, but she climbs down out. She climbs out of the thing and down.
Yep.
Let's go to Earth, right?
Might have got it.
Yes.
We get to
Yes.
see Kate again.
Careful.
Kate and actually.
Yay! You see Rice skip by off to the
TARDIS.
Fuck. Oh, he's up.
TARDIS.
You know, it's only proper that you
Oh my god.
see a government official when a dignitary shows up.
True.
Are you telling this to your mom?
To Rags.
No, to Rags. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, out loud, so
Yeah.
the mom will hear.
Williams is the last to enter the TARDIS as he looks back at the small
You want to the door?
silhouette of the rock up on the mountain as the sun is setting.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, "Good luck, me. You'll go far in this universe."
You'll be fine.
As he nods, turns,
Uh,
closes the TARDIS door behind him.
Yeah, the TARDIS does its thing. Y'all land on Earth in front of the Tower of London. I'm assuming you made a call before you actually landed.
Fair.
Yeah.
As the TARDIS is landing, there's Kate with her arms crossed.
General.
This guy right here.
Tessa.
He's running the USOC.
I would like you to meet the First Lady of Gallifrey.
55.
And she looks over at your mom. And why is she here and not on her own planet?
Seeking asylum.
This is going to get messy, isn't it?
Getting rapidly cursed.
Doesn't it always? I am going to make it a bit easier on you, though, she says. And she's going to turn to her mom and say, "You might have to live as a human for a little while."
What?
And she'll, after she says that, and before her mom has a chance to say anything, she's going to seal her Time Lordiness into the same set of earrings that she had previously sealed herself into, and then hand them to her mom.
Okay.
Dad can't track you when you come across as 1 in 7 billion.
So you're asking me to masquerade as a human?
Yeah,
That sounds.
call it a learning experience. Plus, you'll get to know what me and them went through.
As Williams walks out of the TARDIS in his human form.
Mhm.
I mean, hey, being human isn't half bad. You'll get used to it.
And for what it's worth, I'm not leaving you.
I lost my
completely-
tail again. As Rags has also come out as her small human self.
Yes, well, complaining aside, she says, I'm not leaving you completely without a bit of home, she says. She will take her keys out of her pocket, her car
Mhm.
keys,
Mhm.
and she'll toss them to her mom.
Mhm.
In the garage here is
Not yet another
a rather sharp pink looking sports car.
and then relax for itself, but
It's yours.
is that
I mean, technically it belongs to you anyway, but
A pink sports car. Her mother kind of raises an eyebrow.
I was a pop star. Kind of required it.
Right.
Assuming my TARDIS is still where I left it, Kate.
Where did you leave your TARDIS?
Unit.
Okay. Your mother gives an almighty sigh. Well, I hope you come and visit at some point to make sure that I have settled in properly. This won't be easy for me, but I suspect it wasn't easy for you.
It it wasn't. You'll have an easier go of it, I assure you. She says, sorry, Kate. I know you're a little annoyed by them, but she is going to have the Pawns come pick up her mom.
Okay.
I mean, if there's anybody she would trust, it'd be Sarah Jane, who's still in hiding, or the Pawns, or River. And River's so far out there on that list that it's not.
Yeah.
Yep.
Might as well just go to the parents.
Yeah, that's true.
Plus, Rose is still in that off dimension, and Donna.
Donna is at unit. She works for unit.
Oh yeah, that's right.
She does work for unit. That's as well as some of the other companions.
Yeah, she just shouts behind Kate and just says, Miss Noble, do you mind coming over here and. Well, Mrs. Noble. Sorry.
Donna pops her head out. Yeah? What do you want? Kind of walks up
Well,
the...
as somebody who has dealt with Time Lords before,
Yes?
you know, there's no reason for you to be that gruff. We've met before. Blonde hair, pretty singing voice, high heels.
Donna raises an eyebrow.
A songstress? No? Okay, whatever. Anyway, you know how to handle Time Lords, and I want you to look after a very special one. You'll have help. Trust me, you might need it. She says, First Lady, if you would, please.
Well, I'm going to have to have a name other than First Lady. Surely,
That is fair.
Surely, my daughter, you could come up with a name for me while I'm here seeking asylum.
I can, actually. And basically, she'll give her, let's see. Yeah, why not? She'll give her the name Rose.
Rose?
Yeah, because Rose Tyler isn't around. She's not gonna give her Tyler, but yeah, Rose.
What kind of last name are you giving her?
I don't remember what Tress's human last name was, but she had one.
I don't think you ever gave it to me.
I'm fairly sure I did.
If you did,
Because they had to use her full name to introduce her when she did her show, the Red Nose Day show.
Frank, did you ever give that to me?
Yeah.
Did you?
It's in the VOD somewhere.
No, it's not that. She actually gave it to me as a DM, I think.
Yeah. Napolitano. That was her name. It was Tress Napolitano.
You're gonna have to spell that.
NapaloTano.
Tano. Okay.
Oh, and here are the keys to my London flat. Well, Tress's London flat.
Right. Well, at least I have a place to stay. You've given me a car, a name. I like the name Rose.
She nods. It's a rather beautiful name. Plus, it sticks with the R naming scheme of the rest of us.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you, my daughter. She goes over and hugs you.
She will return the hug.
She backs up. Well, Mrs. Kate, I do believe you wanted to make sure and talk to me while I claim asylum on your lovely planet. Yes. Tessa, I hope you continue on with your check-ins when you come onto this planet, although I suspect your adventures with these two are not finished.
She's the Corset. Are my adventures with her ever really finished?
Good point. And with this one, pointing over to Williams.
Yeah, why not?
Williams, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
He's
just kind of
useful for the most part.
he looks up.
All right.
Useful. You have a point. He says.
Yeah.
I mean, you make a very good bodyguard.
Why, thank you, Rags.
Oh,
yeah,
you're quite welcome.
I can't think of a more dense piece of thing to stand
Don't
behind.
say meat.
Be nice.
Well, I didn't exactly say that he was I didn't infer that he was dumb as a rock like I wanted to. I think I was being nice.
Look, we still have the problem of trying to find them, him, her, them. Because
Well,
I'm pretty
right
sure
now
that,
we have to track down my father.
and find out why he's acting the way he is. Right?
I mean, yes, that although yes, she says.
It's good to do.
Well, William says, I know it's been fun, but we do have things we still have to do on the list, per se.
Yeah, true. Come on, guys. And Rags will. The TARDIS in on Earth has reverted back to the
Mm-hmm.
The box.
The box.
Yeah. And she just looks at it annoyed, just thinking, "Oh, you cheeky bastard."
Rags kind of looks back and goes, "It's on Earth. This is what it's most comfortable with. I'm pretty sure if we go to any other planet, it'll do exactly what you ask it to, which is blend in. But we're on Earth. Most people know what that thing looks like."
I'm aware.
Also, it looks like it's got a new shade of coat of paint as he runs his finger across the wood. Yep,
It
definitely a definitely a little bit darker than it was before.
Yeah.
For what it's worth. And it can change back when the doctor gets a hold of it. But
Yeah.
as they've been out talking,
Uh-huh.
it's been rearranging itself
Oh, yeah.
to Tessa's specifications. When we find the doctor, it can go back, but I assume it's doing its little quick regeneration thing.
Yeah.
Mm.
So the door will not open until it's done, if I'm correct.
Yeah, pretty much. And actually, while you guys have been talking, you guys, even if you guys tried to get back into it right now, it's not going to. Well, we know that Aurora said not again, so we know that has happened at least more than once. And I told you what happened to me and Williams to kind of set us up on this journey. I mean,
Yes.
you weren't wrong.
Speaking of that, she says, turning to the shark man.
Mm-hmm.
You caused a causality loop. I want to punch you in the throat.
William says, it's okay. Yes, I reacted spontaneously, and yes, I apologize for that, and also I apologize for the power loader nearly destroying your entire planet. As he gets down,
as he's begging, as he's starting to apologize, she just grabs him by the scruff of his shirt and just cracks him on the head with her head.
Uh-huh.
Just whack.
Yeah.
Shark head plus
Yeah.
Strength check plus Constitution, I guess. You're doing that much damage.
Well, no, not really. Just
narrative combat. Got it.
Yeah, just narrative.
I'm not gonna do that. Not to pass out after she does it.
Okay,
we're doing this again.
No, it was basically because, it's very clear your head is harder than hers, so her doing that was incredibly stupid.
Yeah.
But it made her feel better, and even though there's blood dribbling down her head now, she is still standing, which would probably impress Williams a little.
Yes, Williams is like...
Rags kind of looks up.
As he runs his hand over her forehead. By the way, you have you're leaking.
Literally the exact thing.
Why did you do that? Huh? Come on.
Because I would rather a concussion than a broken hand.
Okay.
Williams is rubbing the blood between his fingers. She's like, Huh. I didn't know Time Lord's blood red.
Look, let's go. Because we've got things to do, places to go, people to see, planets to save.
Oh yes, that's
She-
right.
She'll dab off and clean off some of the blood and just turn and, give her mom a hug and
Mhm.
say, I'll be back. And the car, she says, doing air quotes, will know where we are.
Very well. Goodbye, daughter. And you too as well. Especially you. Keep my daughter in line, will you? I will do my best. Come on!
Worms is already like trying to open the door. It's like, it's locked.
She just looks at her mom. She just looks at her mom and goes, I will be, mouths, I will be so happy when she gets her memories back and she can be the instigator again.
Yep.
Williams tries the door again, and it opens this time.
Yep. And you
It
walk
looks very
in.
different.
Yes. How does it look as you guys walk into this? Will be the last scene.
It looks.
Dude behind the car is dead now. Sorry.
It looks a lot like the Citadel they just left.
Okay.
The art is the same. The furniture is now more Gallifreyan. And it looks. It looks like it's the equivalent of Gallifreyan Air Force One.
Okay. That's fair.
No.
The first words out of Rags' mouth is, whoa. All right.
Williams walks in and he just whistles.
And we three see this. Kate and your mom see the doors of the TARDIS close. It winks out of existence. And that, my lovely watchers, is the final episode of this season of Time Treaders.
Protectors of
Yeah.
Time.
Yes.
And I'm going to quickly bounce over to our while you guys sign off, I'm going to add a little audio clip in here for something.
Yeah. Do you want me to read this out?
Actually, Tress is supposed to read that out after the as I'm setting up the
You sent it to me.
I sent it to both of you for record.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So let me just set this up.
Wait, which one?
You're reading. I'm assuming you're reading all the stuff that's in quotation marks, right?
Yes. You're reading the I'll do the the announcer stuff if you do the stuff in quotes for the beginning. So I'll set the scene as I start playing this music.
Yeah. Be careful on her.
Start playing a song. Scene flickers with static, a burst of blue energy crackling through the darkness. A faint echo of a heartbeat. Maybe not one, but two. A mechanical whirring. A voice whispers through the static. Go ahead, Tress.
Time is never a straight line. It twists, it turns, it doubles back on itself, and sometimes, just sometimes, it refuses to let go.
A clock frozen at midnight starts ticking backward. A shadow figure walks through the corridors of mirrors, each reflection a different face. A blue door stands alone in a field pulsing with light. A voice, distorted and familiar, whispers.
Who's reading that?
Go ahead, Tress.
You were never meant to leave.
Oh God.
Next time, the cast returns, but where will they be when time refuses to move forward? A new world and new discoveries. A city where the sunshine rewrites history. A planet caught in an infinite deja vu. A reality where past and the future collide.
Oh dear.
A new threat, a paradox with a name. A villain who remembers what had never happened. And a choice that must be made. Again. Something is coming. Something impossible. Something inevitable. Go Tress.
Forever isn't as long as you think.
Forever Again, Season 2 premiere, starting spring of 2026. Streaming live on Twitch. Time is waiting. Are you?
You know how this ends, don't you?
A voice beyond the distant veil.
Time Treaders, Protectors of Time, Season 2 is calling. Are you ready? Join us next year for Time Treaders. Forever Again.
I have until then to come up with a really interesting season 2. Because that's wow.
I mean, I had to read this.
Oh yes. Oh yes. And who knows? You might regenerate into a third.
Yeah, that's fair.
Also, the music that song is playing. And after that, we'll do our outro, and then I'll play the Season 2 preview song.
Ah. And when you were playing this beforehand, but that's okay.
He's running up to my groundhog. Alright, I am PA Kenny USA, aka RT Studios, your very excited and very eager to continue this adventure, Sharkman, who will be protecting everyone. And go ahead, Tress.
Okay. Hi, I'm Katie Wynn. I played Tessa, who apparently is going to have to go hunt down her father. That'll be fun.
Oh joy.
Yeah.
I love it. I so love it.
And go ahead.
So that's the thing.
Yes,
go,
that's
Wizard lady.
Thank you. Hello, I have been your time master. I played Rags, who is slowly starting to remember who she originally was.
Yeah.
She did instigate the knocking out of the bad lady.
Yeah.
That
So,
was good, yep.
Yeah. I also played the various bad guys. And the mom and all that stuff. I'm really glad that you guys came along with us on this very wild ride. I am looking forward to the season 2. I'm going to have to start working on it. Please join us in 2 weeks, where we're going to be going back to our wonderful Star Wars characters.
William's
Where
just,
you
there's a
where
cutscene
you-
of Williams just pulling out this weird stick, metal stick, and he says, Rex, what is this?
Oh, that's a lightsaber.
Oh, he drops it as it's still lit on the floor. That I'm not touching. That's yours.
No,
No,
it's mine.
Huh? And then we fade back to black.
No, it's mine. As a redheaded Twi'lek steps into view.
Yeah, red Twi'lek.
Uh, And Rags, just before the twin comes on, does an evil smile. Because she's the MacGuffin.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
she's been in the thrall of someone evil.
Yeah.
For a
And
bit.
I made it quite terrible.
Yes, you did.
That's
If you haven't watched the VODs, they are premiering. The first one premiered during our season 11, which happened 2 weeks ago. It's on our YouTube channel, or his YouTube channel. The second one premiered today, so please go and watch that. By the way, I also stream from Tuesday to Friday, from 2 p.m. Central Time to 5. So please watch me. And next week we're going to go back to our lovely heroes. I think it's a meeting.
Yep.
annoying.
Yes, annoying meeting.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen,
Ebony said, I hate board meetings.
and with that, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you next time in not a time in space, but a time in space.
Oh dear.
In a galaxy far, far away. In 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
Until then, be empowered to play, and always check your handbrakes. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
See ya.
What came out of your gun was 993 and your shit.
Tick tock, the hands unwind, a crack in time, a twist in a rhyme. Our red faces change, but echoes stay. We've been here before, haven't we? Bomb step through the door, the past calls your name. Nothing is lost, but nothing's the same. Turn back the clock, but don't look behind. Forever is waiting inside your mind. Dear, round and round we run through the stars, falling forward, lost where we are. Do one more time, the end meets the start. Forever again, forever apart. Shadows whisper, doors won't close. The villain smiles, but he already knows. A name erased, world undone. We play the game, but who has won? This is the moment, frozen in place. This is the fracture we can't